Hey guys, welcome to Science Ki Dunya. If you like this video, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so that you may get further notification of the topic we study. And also, don't forget to share this video with your friends. Today, we will be studying natural resources. So, we get many substances from the nature which helps to satisfy our daily needs. So, the substances which are present naturally are called as natural resources. What are natural resources? Wood, air, water, soil. Yes, all of these are natural resources. This is required for us in day-to-day life. Okay, there are two types of natural resources: inexhaustible natural resources and exhaustible natural resources. What are they? These are the resources which are present in unlimited quantity in the nature and it cannot be existed. These type of resources regenerate very fast and through various chemicals and biological physical process. So these type of resources will never come to an end. What are the inexhaustible resources? Yes, soil, water, air, sunlight or biomass. These all are the inexhaustible resources. What are the exhaustible resources now? Exhaustible resources are present in a very limited quantity which in further will be exhausted. They get depleted very easily and also they are found in very less quantity. So if there are more and more use of this exhaustible resources, one day these resources will come to end and we will get nothing. What are the exhaustible resources? Oil, natural gas, coal, all of these are the exhaustible resources which is present in a limited quantity. So what are the natural resources in the earth crust? Earth's lithosphere is made up of land and hard crust beneath it. Resources in the earth's crust includes minerals, mineral oils and other fuels, rocks, water elements, etc. All of these are the natural resources which is found in the earth's crust. Okay, let's see what are minerals and ores. Minerals are the solid substance which is present in the nature itself. How are the minerals formed? The minerals are formed by the various processes which take place in the environment, which we will study further. What are ores now? Minerals that contain high proportions of metals are called as ores. Means the minerals which is having more and more metals are ores of the minerals. How are the minerals formed? Minerals are formed from magma of Earth's crust and the lava which is coming out from the volcanoes. After this, the lava and the magma, when they cools down, they get transformed into crystals which are nothing but the minerals. Okay, examples are magnetite and mica. How are the minerals formed? Minerals are also formed when solid crystals remain behind after the process of evaporation. Means there are some solid crystal, after the evaporation some solid crystals are remaining. Okay, examples are halite, gypsum. Also, when the minerals get transformed from one form to the another due to what? Due to the large changes in temperature and pressure. Examples are diamond and graphite. Some living organisms produce inorganic minerals. Example conches, shells, etc. These are formed for the protection of the body. Let's see the classification of these minerals according to their properties. Okay, minerals are classified according to the property into three types: non-metal minerals, metal minerals and energy minerals. What does it includes? Non-metal minerals includes mica, sulfur, gypsum, potash, graphite, diamond, feldspar, etc. Examples of metal minerals are iron, gold, silver, tin, bauxite, manganese, platinum, tungsten. All of these are metal minerals. And what are the energy minerals? Coal, mineral oil and natural gas. All of these are energy minerals. Now what are gems? Gems are also some minerals. There are some important minerals like diamond, ruby, sapphire, emerald, jade, zircon. All of these are used as gems and they are minerals as well. Gems are in great demand in the market. So there are some important minerals and ores which we are going to study are iron, manganese, bauxite, copper and mica. Let's study one by one. First is iron ore. Iron is occurring in the impure state and is called as iron ore. Iron ore is used to make a variety of articles from a small pin to a heavy machineries. So what are the examples of iron ore? Farming implements, rails of railways, tracks, etc. All of these are iron ores. The four main ores of irons are magnetite, hematite, limonite and siderite. Next mineral is manganese. Manganese occurs in the form of its carbonate, silicate and oxide. Compounds of manganese are used in the preparation of medicines. It is also used for giving a pink tinge to a glass. Manganese is also used in electrical appliances. Next mineral is bauxite. Bauxite is the most important ore of aluminium. It contains 55% of aluminium. Bauxite consists mainly of aluminium oxide. Aluminium is a very good conductor of electricity and heat. Hence, the density of aluminium is low. So, it is used mainly in making aeroplanes, transport vehicles and to make the electric wires. Next mineral is copper. Copper is found in the impure state in the vicinity of iron and other minerals only. Copper is a very good conductor of electricity. Therefore, electrical wires are made out of copper. Okay. Other examples of copper are radios are made from copper, telephones are made from copper, vehicles are made. Also, copper is used for making kitchen utensils and statues as well. Next mineral is mica. Mica is a bad conductor of electricity. The value of mica depends on the thickness of its layer. Mica has many uses such as in Ayurvedic medicines. It is also used to make dyes. It is used in electric machines and equipments. It is also used in wireless communication equipments, etc. What are fuel now? Various substances are used in our day-to-day life for generating energy. These substances are called as fuel. Means the material that can be made to react with other substances to give out energy. Okay, this is called as fuel. Fuels are found in the solid state, the liquid state and the gaseous state. Okay, next is coal. What is coal now? Millions of years ago, forest got buried underground as a result of many natural events. So the layers of soil kept getting deposited over them. Okay. So these slowly transformed the buried plants into the fuel. Coal was thus formed from the remains of those plants. That is why coal is said to be a fossil fuel. Where is coal found? Coal is found in the mines. Coal is also known as the storehouse of the carbon. It is burned to obtain heat energy. So what are the types of coals? Peat, lignite. Lignite is also known as the brown coal. As you can see, the coal is brown in color. Next is bituminous coal and the last one is anthracite coal. The anthracite coal are used in the highest amount. What are the uses of coal? Coal is used as a fuel in thermal power plants to run the boilers and railway engines. Coal is also used as a fuel for cooking. It is also used for baking the bricks in kilns on a large scale. So how does the coal was formed? Before the dinosaurs, many giant plants died in the swamps. Around 300 million years ago, the plants were buried under the water and dirt. The heat and pressure turned the dead plants into the coal. So by time the heat was increasing, the pressure was increasing. Hence, the formation of coal took place. Next is mineral oil. Mineral oil is the liquid formed by the decomposition of organic substances buried underground. Okay, how it is formed? The fuel which is in liquid state is decomposed by organic substances and it is buried underground. Okay, underground mineral oil, how it is extracted? The oil wells are formed from which the mineral oil can be extracted. Where is mineral oil found? It is found in oil sands, shale, sandstone, limestone at the depth of 1000 to 3000 meter below. Okay. Mineral oil is also known as the petroleum or crude oil. It is greenish brown in color. What is natural gas? Natural gas is an important fossil fuel. It is found associated with petroleum in underground oil wells. Main components of natural gas is methane, that is CH4, while ethane, that is C2H6, propane, that is C3H8, and butane, that is C4H10 are present in a very small proportion. Okay, the main component is methane and the other ones, that is ethane, propane and butane, are present in small proportions. Natural gas is formed from the remains of organisms which are buried deep underground and subjected to high pressure. These fuels can be carried over long distances by the means of gas pipeline. Okay. But if there is absence of a network of pipeline, it is then transformed under a high pressure into a compressed natural gas, that is CNG. Okay, and liquefied natural gas, that is LNG. This makes it possible to transport the gas. Okay, what are the characteristics of CNG, that is compressed natural gas? It catches the fire easily. No solid waste remains after combustion. Carbon dioxide and water are formed in very small quantities. Other pollutants are not produced over here. Can be transported easily. Combustion can be controlled easily. These all are the characteristics of CNG, that is compressed natural gas. What are the forest resources? An extensive area of land which is covered by variety of plants is called as forest. A forest is a natural habitat of plants, animals and microbes. About 30% of the total land of the world is covered by the forest. Forests perform certain specific protective functions and productive functions. Let's see what are they. First we will see what is protective functions of forest. Protective function of forest is to reduce the velocity of water which is flowing over the land, to prevent the soil erosion, to help the percolation of water into the ground, to control the floods, to reduce the rate of evaporation, to protect the wildlife, to maintain the balance of atmospheric gases. These all are the protective functions of the forest. Thus, forests help improve and maintain the quality of the environment. What are the productive functions? So first we will see productive function of medicinal plants. We will see plants and their medicinal uses. So Adulsa is a plant and the medicinal use of Adulsa is for cough and cold. Bale is a plant and is used to cure the diarrhea. Neem is used to cure fever and cold. Periwinkle is used for cancer. The medicinal use of cinnamon is for diarrhea and for nausea. Cinchona is used for curing malaria. Ashwagandha is used for asthma and arthritis. Shatavari is known for curing diarrhea, cough, and also Shatavari is known for boosting our immunity. Amla is used to cure diarrhea. It helps to control the dysentery. Amla has many anti-cancer properties. Amla is also used when there is a huge hair loss. It controls the loss of the hair. Tulsi plant is used for curing asthma, bronchitis, cold and flu. What are the productive function of wood? We get strong and durable wood as also firewood from the trees like teak, mahogany, neem, acacia and subabul. Wood is used for making furniture. Farming implements are made from wood. It is also used in construction work. The forest wealth includes fibers, papers, rubber and gum. All of this we get from the forest. We get fragrant essential oils from lemongrass, vanilla, kevada, vetiver and eucalyptus. Sandalwood and oil of eucalyptus are used for making soaps, are used in cosmetics and also to make the incense sticks, that is agarbatti. Okay. In addition, we get various fruits, bulbs and roots, honey, sealing wax and katechu from the forest. How to conserve forest? Young trees should not be cut. Many more trees than are cut down should be planted and looked after. The stringent or the strict restrictions, laws, regulations regarding the use of forest should be strictly followed. Let's see what are ocean resources. Energy can be obtained on a large scale from oceans. Resources which are available in seas and oceans are called as marine resources. Sea waves at low and high tide and ocean currents are used for the generation of power. Okay. So we will see what are the minerals and bioresources which we get from the oceans. Minerals like tin, chromium, phosphates, copper, zinc, iron, lead, manganese, sulfur, uranium, etc. are found in the oceans and seabeds. We get many types of gem, conches, shells and pearls from the sea. Real pearls are even costlier than the gold. Okay, there are large scale reserves of mineral oil and natural gas at the bottom of the sea. We avail this by drilling the oil and the gas wells. What are the mineral resources and what are the bioresources which we get from the ocean? First we will see what are the mineral resources from the ocean. So we get thorium from the oceans which is used in the production of atomic energy. We get magnesium from the ocean which is used in the flash bulb of a camera. We get potassium. Potassium is used in the production of soap, glass and fertilizers. Next mineral is sodium which we get from oceans. Sodium is used in production of cloth and paper. Next one is sulfate. Where is sulfate used? Sulfate is used in making artificial silk. Next is bioresources in the ocean. Fishes like pomfret, seafish, as also shrimps and prawns, they are the sources of proteins and vitamins, therefore mainly used as seafood. Next is dried shrimp, Bombay duck powder. What are they used for? They are used as a poultry feed and it is also a good manure. Next resource, bioresource is shells. Shells is used for preparation of medicines, ornaments and decorative articles as well. Next bioresource is shark and codfish. It is used for producing edible oil rich in vitamin A, D and E. Also, we get sea cucumbers from the oceans which have medicinal properties for treating cancers and tumors. There are various marine occupations which are carried on, that is fishing. Fishing is the main important marine occupation. Also, salt farming is carried out. So, the fishing is done. Hence, the transport business is also carried out. The next marine occupation which is done is sea tourism. Many people visit the sea, visit the ship. Hence, it is a very beneficial occupation. The next marine occupation is manufacturing the decorative articles. the various types of home decor can be made from the bioresources which we are getting from the oceans. So that's it for today's lecture. Thank you.